Are you ready to add a touch of magic to your Thimbelina Felt Panel? Come on inside and join me. Hello, friends. It's Jennifer Long from Sew a Story, and we are already in week 4 of the Thimbelina Felt Panel Sew Along. Wow, where does the time go? I hope you're having fun making it. Don't worry if you are ahead or behind or haven't started yet, or you're just finding us for the first time here, or if you're a seasoned felt panel sewist. We welcome you all to come, and today is about celebrating you and all that you accomplish and adding just a little bit of extra sparkle and ideas on how to embellish your felt panel sew-alongs. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm Jennifer Long, early years educator, turned Riley Blake Designs fabric designer. My company is called Sew a Story, and we really do that, build together and bring everyone together to build stories together. This project we're working on is a free sew-along featuring a collection called Thimbelina. It is a felt panel sew-along. It is a 2-yard cut of felt that is printed with all of these fun characters on it that you can cut and play with and have a ton of fun with. Go back and watch the previous videos, and if you are here continuing the fun with us, we are going to show you how to add a little bit of extra fun to it. So maybe you did this along the way, or maybe you are doing it now, or maybe you're sending this as a gift along with a few other things and asking the child to use this as a craft. However you're doing it, let's take a look at some of the ways that you can embellish. So a couple ways that you can embellish the felt panels is number one, what I'm holding in my hand, something called sparkle paste. This is a product that I designed through ThermoWeb. It's called Sparkle Paste. You can get it at your favorite quilt shop, online retailer. Just look up Sparkle Paste by Jennifer Long for ThermoWeb and Heat and Bond. You'll see it. And there's 13, 14 colors, so they are all over the place. Now, the fun thing about Sparkle Paste is that it can be painted on anyway in anything, paper or fabric. But if you put it on fabric, let it dry for 30 minutes, then let it heat set. So all you do is once it dries, put a pressy paper on top, take your iron and press on it, let it heat up, and then let it cool, and it becomes permanent, you guys. So then no more sparkles all over the place. You can wash it and whatever else, and lots of fun. You can just use a paintbrush to apply it on in any way, shape, or form. If you want a little bit more artistic help when you are painting on sparkle paste or anything, any paints, I also have a collection designed stencil called Sparkle Stencil. So this has been designed to go right together with the sparkle paste. There's some of the sparkle colors that match the collection. It looks like this. Maybe I'm going to grab this to show you here. So I'll just put it like this. It looks like this. It has all of these great elements on there, and you can just apply it however you want, and it just gives a little icon or embellishment to what you are doing. So maybe you want to have a sewing machine somewhere inside of your house. Well, you can just put it there and have a little sparkle so it looks like imagination. Of course, you can also use this in any other crafting way that you would like to, but that's how it was designed. So fun. I'd love to hear how you're using it. Next up, I'm going to just show you a couple things. If you haven't already, you can always go back and do more embellishments of things like French knots and using some, there we go. See if we can focus on it. All right, using some Aurifil floss or any kind of floss. You can see that I've done that here as well. I've just followed the line of the thread and I put sparkle paste on her wings. So that is really, really fun. Another thing you might consider doing is taking some of the smaller elements, maybe putting a little ribbon through them or around them and making it into a little bag tag. Wouldn't that be really fun? So that is another thing that you can do to embellish. You can add any kind of fancy stitches that you want to it, sparkles, we said, any kinds of fabrics. And now, depending on the age of your child, so these things that we have all here are all like embedded. So they're either sparkles or like hand stitch that are staying in there. So that is really safe for children. If you're going to start adding things like lace or buttons or sequins, which is so much fun, just be careful of age appropriateness and choking hazards. So of course we want to just make sure that anything that can be pulled off the child is old enough and they won't choke on it or swallow it. But you can have so much fun with adding little tiny buttons or big buttons, or having kids play and pick with that. You can be adding different kinds of trims to it and all sorts of fun knickknacks that you can find around. Just be wary of the age appropriateness. So let's drop the camera down and find a few inspirations as we go together. All right, here we go. Last steps is trimming. So you can use your favorite scissors, the ones that are sharp enough to go through all of these layers. And this is where you want to do your detailed cutting. So this is where I'm doing it from the front side because just in case I wasn't completely lined up from the inside, this is going to just make sure that I have the outside completely lined up. Because this is how it will be like showing on the shelf. But if you've done lots of pinning, it should line up really well. All right, this is what I want to show you here. When you're getting to the handles, do not cut your handles. So cut off like this. Just move that over. And you're gonna just need to cut one side at a time. This is the only spot that you need to cut one side at a time, but over those handles, you definitely do. And here again, so I'm going to take this and just cut one side at a time on both sides. Okay, and then when I match back up here, I can do two. The reason why I like to cut two at a time is just because, like I said before with the dolls, is it really measures, and then you don't have to have it so precisely together because, because it's being cut at the same time. So then it's going to match, especially when you're having just like a raw open edge here like this. So that's how you do the handles. And then you just continue on all the way around, cutting like this. And you can see what a nice, clean, finished line this is making. Okay, this is going through 4 layers now, so that's a little bit more. But we've got this. It's just for a little area through all this fun, whimsical, fairy fun. Look at this. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It's really coming together. And don't leave me just yet because I want to show you how to close it after. So I'm going to show you what you need to do. You can use, well, I'll show you, I'll tell you in a few minutes here what you can do to use snaps, or you can use Velcro. You don't have to use anything, but I'll just show you how I will finish the closing of it off. And then I'm going to give you a couple extra options. If you feel like you have a lot of characters and you don't want to use all of them for like felt dolls, then you can use the other ones for things like a bag tag, or like I was mentioning earlier in an earlier video, like applique.
Just gonna go really easy around this cute mushroom. Oh my goodness. Look how clean it's looking. It felt kind of a little hectic before with not being cut, but isn't it worth it? Don't you find it like it's so worth it to cut these together? Because you just can never cut and match them as you would if it's being cut together like this. All right, one at a time. So I'm cutting the one handle on this side and the one handle on this side. This back side looks really good too. Yay! Yay! That's always exciting. While I'm here, I'm going to do this side of that handle. Lots of threads in Thimbelina's sewing room. And here, good. Ready? And we're going to cut this out. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Okay, I would say this is pretty near perfect. Okay, that's very exciting. We're going to fold it in half here. Line up those handles. Look how adorable this is. There's lots of spaces to put all of the characters. Where's Thimbelina here? In the front, in the back, and inside. We'll load it up together here in a minute. But first of all, I'm just going to say, do you want to clip this together? So you can put a piece of Velcro, again, matching there or here, or I am going to use this. Now, I love these snap buttons because they have such a finished look. So I love how that looks, but I also like how they really help with fine motor skills for snapping together. And I also really love how that satisfying sound, and I love how safe they are. So I'll see if I can find a link for you. I believe I got this one just on Amazon. That seems like it matches really well. So I need 2 on that side, and then you need 1 button and, oh yes, 1 snap. Okay. Oops. All right. So first thing is first is if you want to do this along with me, we can do it together. I have those pieces out. I'm going to decide where I want the first snap. This is my front, so that's where I'm going to go from. I don't want it too close to the edge. I don't want it too far down. So I'm going to just choose the spot right in the middle. If you want to line this up along on your cutting mat, you can even just sort of see where that center line is. And I'm going to poke a hole right through both layers of the first one. This tool is probably one that you don't want a child to do. Okay, so there you go. You've got that hole in there. And then I want to have the nice finished side on the outside. So that's where I'm going to put it right through on the outside, just like that. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit here so you can see. I think that's great. Good. So just like this. And then you can decide if you want this to be the snap part or the button part. I feel like this is going to be the snap part, like the part that comes out, just because I want to be able to push it into the back when I'm done. Oops, I just lost my piece. So I'm going to push that in there just like that. So you can see that it's poking through on the back side. And push it down, it's poking through on the back side. And then I'm going to take this one that's out, just like these ones that's out like this, and I'm going to sit it on top. Okay, so it's sitting on top. Then I take my tool, this flat part sits right on the back, and the spongy part comes right on top. You want to have it very square, and you're going to squeeze it as hard as you can down. If you have a hard time with the squeezing, maybe you can get someone to help. There you go. And look, really seated strong. And look how gorgeous that is. Okay, to do the other side, you need to make sure that it matches and aligns. After all that work, we've gone to make sure that everything is matching and aligned. Just want to cut that little piece off. Okay, then we're going to make sure that this piece is matching and aligned. So I'm going to find where that should go and poke it right down. Is it going in there? Yes, it is. Okay, so once I know that it's in the right spot, I'm just going to open up that hole a little bit more. And again, I want the nice side on the outside of the house. And you know what I could have done, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is I could have done the brown on the inside. That would have been just wonderful. Well, you can do that. You can learn from me. If you have this little kit, you can learn from me and do the brown on the inside. But here we go. So you have one that's pointing out, like one button, and one hole. So make sure you don't have two buttons. And you just do this the exact same way. And squeeze. And good. All right. Are you ready for the satisfying? Yes. Oh, goodness. Yay. Complete. Your Thimbelina house is complete. Thank you so much for sewing with me. This has been just an absolute joy. I'm so grateful to have you here, and I cannot wait to see what you create with the Thimbelina Felt Panel.
Well, my friends, it has been such a joy to stitch this Thimbelina felt panel sew along together with you. This is always one of my highlights of a fabric collection, is sharing the felt panels together with you, and more so seeing what you create together with them. So please, please, please share. Maybe you can't share until after Christmas, but you could send us an email, put it in our private Facebook group, or anything else like that. That would be great. But if you can share, please do. And if we have to wait till after the holidays, then please don't forget to share them too, because we are excited to see and see all the things. So thank you so, so, so much. If you don't want the fun to end, there's more. So we have another sew along that's coming up. It's the Thimbelina book panel. I actually have it here and ready to go. So you can go ahead and just grab that cotton panel. This is a really fun and easy sew as well. And we are going to make this story together. The story is a beautiful story that I wrote with my daughters. One is 17 and one is 15. We wrote it about coming together, all of these characters coming together to work on one quilt. And they were all trying to do it by themselves and kind of feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. But when they all came together, it just happened so fast. Things were just happening without even them thinking, and they all had lots of energy. And isn't that just kind of what happens in our life too? So this story is just a original story, and it's just a really fun, thoughtful gift that you can hand make as well. So we'll be doing a sew along for this coming up next. So head over to the Sew a Story website and make sure you sign up and join us here, wherever you're joining, YouTube, Facebook groups, wherever, so that you can take part in all of this fun. A couple other things I just wanted to share with you that's coming up or that is happening. 2025 is starting to wrap up, and we have some big plans in 2026. So if you have been with us for a while, you might know that we have 3 clubs at Sew a Story. But I wanted to just share with you a little bit about them and some things that are happening that we're adding on to them. So always coming up with new and innovative ideas. So we have 3 clubs that you can be part of. One is called Crafting Connections Together, and it is about creating crafts together with your child. There's paper crafts, print and play, easy, sew and play, and each month we do a different theme of a set of crafts, and they are meant to craft a connection together with your child. We've had people give this membership as gifts to their children and their families. We've had grandparents set up the crafts and ship them to their grandchildren that are far away. We've had families, homeschooling families using them. We've had teachers and early years educators using them. So I'd love for you to come over and join us in that membership. I will say that all of the memberships are kind of going through a little bit like a refresh and rebrand in the website, and we are adding like communities and more things in there. But if you join in 2025, you will be locked in at the 2025 pricing, and that won't change at all. But if I can't guarantee the pricing if you join in 2026, so that's my little hint, to get in now so that you get the lower price. And then we have two other memberships. They have machine embroidery dolls. If you ever have an embroidery machine, just any kind of machine that has at least a 5x7, 6x10, or 8x12 hoop, so any one of those, you can make these dolls, you guys. They are so gorgeous. And there's a doll every month, and we walk you through how to do it. We give extra downloads and so much fun. And then, of course, we have our very popular Sew a Story Pattern Club, where you get patterns every month, and we do sew-alongs and we do craft sewing patterns, but it's a sewing club, whereas Crafting Connections is really about crafting. So much fun there. That sounds fun. Well, what are you going to join? I'd love to know in the comments if you are in any of those, or if you are thinking about joining. We'd love to have you. As always, there's no obligation. You can join for a month, and then if it's not for you, you're welcome to leave, but I'm sure you will love it. And you always save a little bit more, a couple months free, if you join for the annual. So super fun. I hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of your day, and please, please, please share what you have created, no matter where you are. Maybe you just have the package. So just share the package with us, but come over and share the Thimbelina Felt Panel. We want to see and cheer you on. Okay, thank you from my heart for being here, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.